Welcome back to Sketching in Clay from Brian's Art of Creation. And today I wanted to tackle the idea of obstacles and overcoming obstacles, as well as using them as a springboard to kind of jump into an even better self. So every single one of us is going to come up against obstacles, fears, different things that are kind of standing in our way, different walls that are kind of trying to block us. And you can either, the ways to think about this is the wall can either be something that holds you back and makes you give up, makes you stop, or you can look at it as an obstacle and say, I'm going to jump over this. I'm going to go right through it. I'm going to go around it. I'm going to find my way to kind of make things work. And so with me right now, I'm always kind of battling that overthinking, overanalyzing aspect, that demon that's always on my shoulder, as well as trying to be more consistent. And so what I found for this year is that I've already done a lot of things that started out early this year, late last year, into trying to build new habits in the things that I wanted to accomplish. Because in order to accomplish new things, I feel that you need to be able to put it into a daily practice rather than, I'm going to make this big plan and this big project and just try to work on it. Because a habit obviously is more consistent. So I've already done that this year because I've been trying to read a lot more, and I've already read dozens more books than I have in my entire lifetime. And I've also been journaling and kind of letting some thoughts out every single morning. I fill in about 2 to 3 pages. And my creativity and sculpting, it's never been hard for me to really get in and actually do it. However, trying to be consistent with what I'm trying to create and with the new videos and courses and staying on track with that, as well as, posting and making sure that I share the stories that I want to share, I decided that I wanted to make sure that I put this into a habit to what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to start with is, first off, when you're doing new habits, you're trying to make creativity a habit or anything else that you're trying to do, start it out with something simple, start it out small, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. I always believe that you should do it, if you're going to make a habit, rather than doing it once a week or twice a week or something like that, that it should be a daily habit. But it doesn't have to be something massive to where I'm going to spend 3 hours every day doing this. For me, what I do is when I'm having fun and just sketching, I usually set up and I'll do about a half hour. I usually work past that. However, that's a go-to time. So that's why I always use one of these, just a little timer set to 30 minutes. And one of the things that does is it helps you to get into it. It helps you to get motivated. And when the timer actually starts, it gets you motivated, but it also gets you into a sense of, instead of thinking, I'm going to do this and it's going to take forever, your mind is tricked into thinking that I'm going to go in there and I'm only going to spend 10 minutes. I'm only going to spend 30 minutes. And it helps you to keep an eye on the time, as well as forces you to kind of jump in and create. The other thing it does is, if you're starting with a blank canvas or, an empty block or something, is it helps you to just put something down, just to start making some marks and seeing some shapes come up. Because if you don't, you're just going to be sitting there and at times just going to keep ticking away. So therefore, what I find that it does for me is I just start piling on clay and seeing where it goes. However, today I wanted to do something that inspired me. Someone who has overcome a lot of obstacles, somebody who is constantly improving and always reaching for higher things and never let anything stand in her way. So this is just a start of Bethany Hamilton, pro surfer, and she has overcome a lot of obstacles. Reading her books, watching the video that was made about her, as well as the new documentary she had, and checking out her new course, and a lot of the things that she talks about inspired me to kind of just keep pushing through and going through any obstacles. So that's kind of what I wanted to leave you guys here with, and to kind of build some habits for yourself that you want to achieve, and start doing that on a daily basis. Another good thing that kind of has helped me out is to set little challenges for myself. So for this week, what I wanted to do was, my problem is making sure that I stay up to date with videos, that I have new content coming out, that, you know, I am posting and sharing some stories with you guys. So I want to make sure that I keep pushing these videos. I also want to make sure that I'm writing a lot of the stories that are kind of in my head around my artwork, and trying to compile that into a book, which I've been thinking about for the last few years. So the challenge for this week is to post a video every night of whether it's a sculpt, whether it is, you know, what I've been working on, whether I'm continuing with a piece, just something so that I can start building the habit of actually going in, sculpting, editing the video, and putting something up there. I'm not looking for this to be amazing. I'm not looking for this to be the best piece. However, one, it's going to get me to do it every single day. It's going to build that habit of doing it every single day and get me used to it. Starting small with something simple, not so much pressure, is going to make sure that I do it consistently, and I'm not going to, the plan is, I'm hoping that I don't get into, start doing it and then have it kind of trail off. I want to be able to make sure that this stays consistent. And the other thing is, as you're trying to do things and you need to get it done quick, you're going to find different kinds of shortcuts that work, and different kind of ways to make yourself do the work. So that's the game plan for this week. And later on, I've also already started putting in kind of writing about some of my old artwork and some of the pictures I have, and posting stories every day, you know, about some of that artwork. However, after I get a little bit more into this, I want to build into a little bit more of a habit of writing every single day. But I'm going to start out with this one and get this plugged in. That way I can share with you guys. Every day this week I'm going to be sharing a new video with you guys. And like I said, it's going to be something, and I'm going to do my best to inspire you guys, but it might not be the best, top of the line, or amazing, but I'm going to give you guys something. And I'm going to make sure that I practice what I'm preaching, and that I put out there that I'm building this habit, and that way in the future it'll become a lot more consistent, and it'll help me, it'll help you guys, hopefully, with what I'm able to share and teach you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome week. Go out there, get creative, and have a blast.